Today is Sunday, the 5th of April 2020. My name is Alison and I come to you from my home in a little country town in Western Victoria, Australia called Nil. This year is turning out to be the year of COVID-19. This sinister coronavirus has entered our world and is currently spreading from nation to nation, town to town, house to house. And so here we are, called to stay at home. While I'm here at home, I've decided that I will step out in a new direction for me. I'm going to create this video blog, this vlog, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But before I go on, I just want to say that as many of us have stepped back, slowed down, stayed home, I'm so aware of all those that are doing the exact opposite. Those that are ramping up, stepping up. Those that are out there shouldering responsibility that was way beyond what they expected. Thankful to those who are out there outpouring into the community in ways that go beyond their normal capacity. So for those of us that are here at home, all those out there, we want to thank you. Now for me, I am actually, dare I say it, feel quite privileged at the moment. I mean, while I'm at home, it's a safe place to be. I'm thankful to have a home. It's comfortable. I've got food on my table. My kids are grown up and left home, and I have quite a bit of time on my hands to get the things done that I often don't get round to and develop some of my own interests. But I'm sure you'd agree with me, those who are in the same boat, that this is still no holiday, and all the while are hovering the thoughts of all that's going on. What's happening, what's going to happen, what are going to be the consequences of all that's unfolding at the moment. So as all this stuff is going on in my head and obviously in my heart as well as we respond to what we see and hear, I'm keen to get that out, I suppose, which is why I've decided to create this vlog. And I'm thankful to the other thousands of voices out there as well that have chosen to share where they're at too. So thank you for tuning in, and if it's of some help or enjoyment to you, all the better. I've decided that I'm going to call my blog Stripping the Willow. I love bush dancing. It's one of my favourite things back when I was a teen, and especially love the dance Strip the Willow. For those of you that aren't familiar with bush dancing, I feel for you, you're missing out. I think it's time to bring bush dancing back. But anyway, I recently turned 50, and so I decided to celebrate by having a bush dance. And I love that night. While it was a night to celebrate my 50th birthday, I really wanted it to be a night to celebrate life. Just have some fun, let down our hair and dance around. And I suppose that's where I think I'm coming from, the standpoint from this blog, is that life is worth celebrating. In the seriousness of all that goes on, it's easy to forget to have fun and forget to appreciate what we actually have. So that's my thought for calling it Stripping the Willow. But I also started to think about that and thinking about willow trees. And the willow tree has an ability to bend in strong winds and storms, so that once the storm's passed, it still has the ability to stand up strong, unlike other trees that tend to just snap or break when the strong winds come. So I thought we need to be willow trees at this time. We need to be able to bend and flex so that we can spring back up or stand back up once this season has passed. And strip the willow, well, it's a stripping back time, isn't it really? We're stripping back to what really matters, aren't we? We're thinking about the basics, and I feel like I want this blog too to be a stripping back of layers. I want to be open and honest with you. I think vulnerability is really important. So yeah, stripping the willow. So I invite you to come join me. And in light of the name, come dance with me. Let's learn to dance. Let's learn to step through this time together. let's go this way, let's go that way. So I feel like my blog is going to be probably random reflections, thoughts, probably not a daily thing, perhaps every 2 or 3 days, whenever I feel there's something that comes up that's worth sharing. For those of you that know me or have known me from the past, a big hello, nice to connect. May have been many years, may have been a few days, a few weeks since I've seen you. But for those of you that have stumbled across this and are wondering who on earth I am, I'll just give you a quick background on who I am, where I come from. I'm a Tassie girl, was born there, grew up in a little seaside town on the northwest coast, and then went down to the capital, Hobart, to university. Since then, I've also gone to the other end of the country and lived in Arnhem Land for 10 and a half years in an Aboriginal community. Then I've also lived here in Victoria, both just outside Melbourne in Warragul, and also now here in Western Victoria in Mill. I'm married and I have 2 adult children. My training and experience is in early childhood teaching, and in more recent years I have actually taught at an adult learning centre where I absolutely loved working with refugee women. Also in recent years too, I've also undertaken some counselling training. So also I want to be really upfront about the fact that I'm passionate about my faith. I'm a Christian, and while I'm unashamed of that, I do hesitate to say that at times, because I'm very aware that some people will cringe at that and roll their eyes and go, oh no, she's one of those, and switch off. And look, you know, I get that. I get that some people have had a negative, shallow, false sort of experience of Christianity and therefore written it off. I understand that some people see the horrific things that have been done in the so-called name of Christianity and are quite antagonistic and don't want anything to do with that, and I appreciate that. And, you know, myself, I've been through seasons where I've been quite apathetic and disillusioned myself with what the church was all about. But I have to say that I feel like in my faith, it's become much more than a religion, and I feel like I've struck gold. I feel like it's the most important thing in my life, and therefore I can't help but be coming from that standpoint when I share these vlogs. So thank you for tuning in today, and I look forward to connecting again. As I said, I'm not quite sure what direction things are going to go. That's part of the nature of this season. But I look forward to walking it with those of you who are keen to join in and would appreciate your feedback along the way. So I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.